The Mystery of Solaria. A long time ago, there was a kingdom called Solaria. It was built on a high golden hill where trees had golden leaves and pearls flowed in the rivers. Every house in Solaria shined because the people had a magical treasure, the glowing gem. This gem was made from the powers of heaven and was kept on a white marble pillar inside an ancient castle. It was said that as long as the gem remained in Solaria, no disease, hunger, or enemy could enter the kingdom. King Victor ruled Solaria. He was a tall, strong man with courage in his eyes and justice in his heart. But deep inside, he had a doubt. He had never seen the gem with his own eyes. The castle guardian once told him, "This gem only appears to those who have a pure heart and are ready to sacrifice everything for their kingdom." Victor feared he might not be pure enough. The memory still haunted him like a thorn in his heart. The kingdom also had a prophecy, an ancient inscription on a stone behind the castle. It said, "When the gem is stolen, darkness will rise. A brave warrior will bring it back, but only after crossing 3 gates and making a great sacrifice." People had forgotten about this prophecy, but the time was near when it would come true. One evening, as the sun was setting and people were returning home, a strange, dark shadow covered Solaria. It was so thick that the moon and stars disappeared, and fear filled the hearts of the people. The castle guardian rushed to the castle gate and saw the gem was gone. Only a black mark remained on the pillar, as if someone had taken it using dark magic. When King Victor heard the news, he ran to the castle. The guardian looked at him and said, "This is not the work of humans, Your Majesty. This is the work of Zifor, an ancient demon who was locked inside a cave by the gods thousands of years ago. Someone has broken his chains, and now he has taken the gem to the netherworld. If the gem is not returned, Solaria will be destroyed within a century. The land will crack, rivers will dry up, and people will become wandering spirits." Then the guardian showed Victor the ancient prophecy and warned him that Zifor had a dark power that could turn everything to black. "The gem is with him," the guardian said. "But to bring it back, you must travel to the netherworld. The path is dangerous. There are 3 magical gates, the gate of fire, the gate of water, the gate of air. Behind each gate is a trial, and with each trial, you will gain an ally. But remember, in the netherworld, a great danger awaits that will force you to sacrifice something precious." Victor ordered his son, Prince Adrian, to rule in his absence and began preparing for his journey. He took his old sword, a white horse, and a small bag containing bread and water. The castle guardian gave him a map showing the way to the 3 gates. After 3 days of travel, Victor reached a tall mountain. There he saw a golden gate surrounded by flames, red, blue, and yellow fire dancing around it. There was a small keyhole to unlock the gate, but the golden key was missing. Victor tried cutting through the fire with his sword, but the blade melted. His horse stepped back in fear. Suddenly, from the fire, a small bird appeared. It had red and golden feathers, and its eyes sparkled. "I am Pyra, the spirit of fire," the bird said. "If you give me a drop of water, I will bring you the key." Victor looked at his water pouch. It had only a little water left. He thought, "The journey is long, and I might need water later." But then, he trusted his heart and gave all his water to Pyra. Pyra flew into the fire and returned with a golden key. Victor put the key into the hole, and the gate of fire opened. As he stepped forward, the flames rose again, blocking his way. Pyra said, "King, make me your companion. I will help you on your journey." Victor agreed, and Pyra sat on his shoulder. Beyond the gate was a small forest where trees had fiery flowers. There was an ancient well, but instead of water, it had flames inside. Pyra said, "This is the well of fire. Inside it, there is a small box that contains my lost power. If you retrieve it, I will become stronger." Victor carefully used his sword's handle to pull up a golden box from the well. When he opened it, a bright white light flashed, and Pyra grew bigger. Its wings became large enough to create a firestorm. After passing the fire gate, Victor reached a deep ocean. Its water glowed blue, and beneath it was a blue gate. To open the gate, he needed a pearl, but the sea was filled with dangerous creatures. A fish with red eyes and a snake with 2 heads. Victor wondered how he would find the pearl. Suddenly, a giant fish rose from the sea. It had white eyes and a small crown on its head. "I am Aqua, the guardian of water," the fish said. "If you answer my question, I will give you the pearl. What is the greatest power in the world?" Victor thought for a moment, then remembered the love for his kingdom. He answered, "Love, because it connects hearts and overcomes all challenges." Aqua smiled. "You are correct," she said, and gave him a glowing pearl. Victor placed the pearl in the gate, and the gate of water opened. As he stepped inside, the ocean became stormy. Aqua said, "King, make me your companion, but first do one thing. There is an ancient trident hidden in this sea. It holds my true power. Retrieve it." Victor dove into the ocean. Pyra created a fire shield to keep the creatures away. Victor found the golden trident with blue gems and brought it back. Aqua took the trident and transformed into a small fish, which jumped into Victor's pouch. Victor now climbed a high peak where the wind was so strong that even rocks were flying. A white gate floated in the air, but to open it, he needed a feather that was flying in the wind. Victor tried to catch it with his sword, but the wind always carried it away. Then, a cloud-like figure appeared. "I am Etherean, the spirit of air. Sing me a song, and I will stop the wind." Victor remembered a song his mother sang in his childhood about love and happiness. Etherean was pleased and gave him the feather. The gate of air opened, revealing a hanging bridge. Etherean said, "King, make me your companion, but first, retrieve my ancient flag. It represents my true power." Victor crossed the bridge while Pyra and Aqua helped him. He retrieved the white flag with air symbols, and Etherean joined him. Now Victor had 3 companions, Pyra, Aqua, and Ethereon. Victor now stood before the final path, a black valley filled with mist. The air was heavy, and a strange silence covered the land. "This is the entrance to the netherworld," Ethereon whispered. Beyond the valley, a dark castle loomed, surrounded by a swirling storm. At its highest tower, something glowed dimly, the stolen glowing gem. Victor took a deep breath and stepped forward. The moment he entered, the ground shook violently. A chilling voice echoed through the valley. "Who dares enter my realm?" It was Zephyr, the ancient demon. His black figure appeared in the storm. His eyes were like burning coals, and his body was covered in shadows that moved like living creatures. "You seek the gem, mortal?" Zephyr hissed. "Then come and take it, if you can survive." Suddenly, black vines burst from the ground, trying to pull Victor down. Pyra flapped its wings, creating a firestorm that burned the vines. Aqua summoned a wave that washed away the darkness. Etherean sent a gust of wind, clearing the path ahead. Victor ran towards the castle, but as he reached the entrance, Zephyr raised his hand. The castle gates vanished, replaced by a bottomless pit of darkness. "To cross, you must make a sacrifice," Zephyr's voice boomed. Victor realized this was the final trial mentioned in the prophecy. A stone platform rose from the pit. On it lay a silver mirror. Words appeared on its surface. "You must sacrifice what you love most." Victor hesitated. What did he love most? His kingdom? His son? His life? Then he understood. It wasn't his kingdom or his life. It was his pride. He had always ruled as a strong, fearless king, never admitting his past mistakes. He stepped forward and spoke. "I choose to change." The moment he finished speaking, the mirror shattered and a glowing bridge of light appeared over the pit. Victor crossed it, reaching the castle's highest tower. Zephyr appeared, blocking the way to the gem. "You are brave, king," he sneered, "but now you will face your doom." The demon's shadow grew larger, and 1,000 black spirits swirled around him. Victor raised his sword, but Zephyr laughed. "No mortal weapon can harm me." Pyra, Aqua, and Etherean surrounded Victor. "You are not alone," Etherean said. "We will fight with you," Aqua added. Pyra's fire burned the spirits. Aqua's water washed away the darkness, and Etherean's wind weakened Zephyr's power. Then Victor remembered. Zephyr was once a prisoner of the gods. If he could bind him again, the demon would be powerless. He saw chains hanging from the ceiling. They were part of an ancient spell. Victor leaped forward, grabbing the chains. He wrapped them around Zephyr and shouted, "By the power of Solaria, be sealed once more." A deafening roar filled the castle as the chains glowed with divine light. Ziffor screamed as the shadows sucked him into the ground, disappearing forever. The storm cleared, the darkness lifted, the glowing gem shined brightly once again. Victor picked up the gem and a golden portal appeared, leading back to Solaria. When Victor stepped through the portal, he found himself back in Solaria. The sun was rising, and the golden hills sparkled once more. The people cheered, "Long live King Victor!" He placed the glowing gem back on its marble pillar. Instantly, the kingdom flourished. Flowers bloomed, rivers sparkled, and the golden trees swayed in the breeze. Pyra, Aqua, and Etherian stood beside him. "Our duty is complete," Etherian said. "Solaria is safe." Victor bowed. "I will never forget your help." The three spirits vanished into the sky, becoming guardians of the kingdom forever. If you enjoyed this tale of courage and mystery, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more legendary adventures. And tell us, what would you sacrifice for the greater good? Let us know in the comments below.